Yeah, you have downloaded the file.
Yes, sir.
So now here, let us just try to understand the data. This is some sales data of a company where they have data about some 10,000 records, and you have a order ID here, then followed by the order date, then ship date, what is the shipping mode, customer ID, customer name, segment, city, etc. So now these are the tasks that we have. We want to separate the country code. So look at here, we don't have the country code, but if you carefully examine the data or you look at the legend, you would understand, the country codes are given here, like CA means Canada, US means United States. So for some reason, this column has not been maintained in the original database. So now this needs to be separated. So how do we do that? So from order ID, we can read the country code. So if you carefully observe the order ID, it is consisting of a 2-digit country code at the very beginning, followed by maybe it is the year, and followed by maybe it is the product code, right? So to take out the country, you can use the left function, left, left, then give the text from which you need to take it out and give the number of characters. So go to this particular text called P3, and starting from the left, return me 2 characters. So this is simple, right? So what are the function arguments? Simply, give the text, then give the number of characters that you want, starting from the left. So you can actually copy this formula down, so that now wherever you have, the US, you get it as US. Wherever you have CA, you get it as CA. And of course, the next task is to print the country name, or maybe we'll come back to that. So here you have a separate the category code. Now look at the legend. The category is furniture, office, and technology. So these are the 3 categories. So where do we look at this? This is task 1. Now let us go to task 2. Yeah. Category code. So where you see the product ID, again you have the category mentioned at the very beginning of the product ID. So now instead of 2 characters, we need 3 characters from left. So is equal to left, take this text and enter 3 characters. So now I know this is furniture, right? Then just drop it down. So here you get office, here you get tech, TEC, etc. This is very simple. But now look at the product code. See, from the product ID, you have the numericals representing the product code. So just it is very uniform product code, as you understand. It's first is the category code, followed by subcategory code, followed by the product code actually, and separated by hyphens. So just like we have a left function to read a text from left to right, you can use right function and pick out some portion of the text that is towards the right of the text. So now look at the product code. How many characters? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. So I will use what is called as a right function, right, brackets open, and this is the text, and I need 8 characters from the rightmost character. So now you got your product code separated. So just copy this formula down. So this is your product code. This is how you use the left and right functions. Now you look at the subcategory code. Subcategory code means I need this BO out. Can you try this out? Now you know two functions, left and right. Can you use the combination of these functions, left and right, to come out with the subcategory code? That means for the first record, I want BO, this BO. For the second record, I want CH. For the third record, I want LA. Fourth record, TA, like that. So how to separate the BO, CH, LA, TA, ST, FU? What actually they mean? They might have some meaning. So AC means accessories, AP means appliances, right? So then chairs, copiers, whatever it may be. So how to separate this here? So that means here I need BO, then we need CH, then we need LA, like this. Can you guys try this, please? Take about 10 minutes. Use a combination of left and right to get this.
Okay, sir.
Done? Yeah, you could come out with the answer, please. Are able to take out BO there?
Yes, sir.
So how did you do that?
Right,
Okay,
right
right.
bracket,
Hmm.
left
Okay.
bracket, the cell 6, comma 6,
Comma 6.
bracket,
Close.
comma 2.
Comma 6. Great. So now you get this. So what is that we're trying to do here? First, going from the left, we are taking out 6 characters. 3, FUR, hyphen 4, B and O, 6. So you take 6 characters out first using the right left function, which you see in the bracket, left of O3, comma 6. Yeah. So initially you separate FUR and BO, and now this input this as text and use a write function. That means is equal to, so let us say this I cut. So my text is actually now saved with me. So now write off. So what is the text? Left of O3 comma 6 is the text. Then give me 2 characters. So that's how you can separate BO, or you can just try first. You can take the right of something and then do the left, right? So this is your task 4. Then what is task 5? Separate subcategory code. Yeah, task 5. This is task separate category code, product code. Okay. Uh, Now here, for example, you have something like this. So now from this, how you separate the subcategory code? What is the difference between this product ID and the previous product ID that we have seen? The previous product IDs that we have seen are, so that is how they have been. So these were the product IDs. Right? Then from this, we have separated the subcategory code. So this is how we did. But now, in case you have a product ID like this, instead of a product ID being like this, then how do you come out with the subcategory code? That is the question.
Sir, we should reverse that right and left in the formula also.
There is no guarantee. Actually, even the numerals, the product IDs can also be sometimes, having 8 characters, sometimes having more than 8 characters. You see, in this example, the problem that we are facing is from left. Here you don't have uniformity. In the right also you don't have uniformity. So the combination of left and right is not going to work here. That's what I'm trying to convey. You're understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes.
then in data from text to columns, there is one option, so we can use it.
No. See, that is what you call. Again, we'll have to look at the difference between building a model versus solving the problem. The very first class, we should keep reminding ourselves. See, whenever you try to separate columns, that is a one-time activity. But if you write a formula and keep it in this, the cell, then it is a model, right? That option is there. But then, how to separate the PO using a formula, using a function or combination of functions. So, luckily for this, we have what is called as a find function. So, which will find the position of a particular character. That means, if you see, basically what I want, if I know the position of the hyphen in this code, and from hyphen, right, I can actually take it forward. Now see, the position of hyphen in this code is 7, in this code it is 6, whereas in this code it is 4, and it is a different, maybe if I just remove one, here it is 5, right? Maybe I can remove here 2, then one more also. So here it is 3. So the hyphen is at different, positions. Now, what are the? Now, let me explain you the logic here. Then we will go to the formula. Now, if I know the position of hyphen is at 7th character, then I can use a function called mid function. Right. So, what a mid function does? A mid function, it will take the text and it will ask you for a starting number. So here the B is at 8. And how many characters you need from the starting number? 2. Whereas here the C is at 7. Whereas here L is at 4. That means, hyphen is at 4, so L starting for mid function is 5. And here hyphen is at 6, the starting for mid function is 7. Whereas here the hyphen is at 3rd position, so I use the mid function with the 4th starting from 4. And of course, you can combine this into a single formula. So now I will simply demonstrate this for you. So what we're actually trying to do, we first pick up the position of hyphen. So how do you do? Is equal to find, right? Find what? Find hyphen, right? Within the text. This is the text, right? And starting from where? Starting from first character. Starting from first character, where is my hyphen? Brackets close. Now you get that as 7. So find hyphen in this text and start counting first character. Then now I know that the 7th character is the hyphen, 8th character is the B. So now I use a mid function, like left and right, you have mid, 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 then, right? So what is the text? This is the text. and what is the starting number. So here I want to start from B. So B is actually 7 plus 1. So this plus 1, comma. Then once I am starting, how many numbers I want? I need two numbers, two characters. Two. So mid C2, comma D2 plus 1, comma 2. These are the function arguments. Right? You get this? You can combine them into a single formula that first start with mid, then give the text. Then for starting number, find hyphen in this text starting from 1. Now this find etc. is my starting number. Then from there you go two characters. Yeah, one mistake. The mistake is it should be C2. I mean this entire find plus 1. Entire find plus 1, because we are finding the position of hyphen here. So for that entire find, you should plus 1. That's it. Okay, then you have some more tasks here which are actually kind of repetitive in nature. These tasks basically want you to print the country name, print the category name, print the subcategory name here, print the product name. So print the country name. This is your 11. Print the category name, subcategory name, product name. Print the category name. So, okay. This is your 13. Okay. So what you can do, you know already how to use if functions and nested if functions. And of course, if you have a large list where you need to print let me see the legend. Yeah. Say if you are actually printing the product name, it's a large list, so you can use VLOOKUP. So here you can use VLOOKUP, here you can use VLOOKUP, but for these two, you can actually use if functions, nested if functions. So this exercise you can do, and as well, I gave a small practice exercise. Just go to the course resource page. So here you have a practice exercise. This one, just open that. Right. Yeah. So you please complete